Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful idea, one that could totally change how you think about your thoughts. Imagine for a second that your mind is a garden, one that you actually have the power to cultivate. So let's explore how to start planting the seeds for the life you really, truly want.
Just let that sink in for a second. What if your mind wasn't this chaotic, uncontrollable space, but it was actually a plot of land, a garden, one that you get to tend to? This one simple question you'll see is the key to everything we're about to unpack.
So here's the core of the whole idea broken down. Your mind, that's the fertile soil. Your thoughts, the ones you're aware of, and even the ones you're not, those are the seeds you plant. And here's the crucial part. Your feelings, your joy, your fear, your anxiety, they're the water, and they nourish whatever's planted, helping it grow into your reality.
Okay, so before we start planting anything new, we've got to take an honest look at what's already growing in there. It's time to survey your garden. Are there more weeds than flowers right now? Let's find out.
Look, every garden has both, right? On one side, you've got the weeds, those pesky, automatic negative thoughts that just seem to pop up without any effort at all. And on the other side, you have the good seeds, the intentional, positive thoughts that you actively choose to plant. Your first job is just to start noticing the difference.
And this brings us to the real game changer, your feelings. See, your emotions, they don't really discriminate. When you feel anxious or frustrated, guess what? You're watering the weeds, making those negative thoughts even stronger. But when you feel joy or gratitude, you're nourishing your good seeds, helping them absolutely flourish.
And boy, are weeds sneaky. Your brain is literally wired to look for proof that confirms what it already believes. So if you have a weed of self-doubt growing, your mind will go out and find reasons for you to doubt yourself. That's how we end up accidentally watering them all the time. The very first move is so simple. Just notice the weed, and then consciously decide to stop giving it your emotional water.
So once you stop watering the weeds, you start to create some space. And now the really exciting part begins, deliberately planting new, powerful thoughts. This is where you go from being a spectator to being an active gardener. The process itself is pretty simple, but it is so profound. It all starts with a firm decision. Then you take a quiet moment of intention, and then comes the active planting of new beliefs using one of the most powerful phrases in any language, I am.
This right here, this is your declaration. Saying this, whether it's out loud or just to yourself, is like drawing a line in the soil. It's you telling your subconscious mind, hey, I'm not willing to let these unwanted thoughts run the show anymore. You are taking back control. Now, after making that decision, taking just a moment to sit quietly and simply state, I am ready. That's powerful. It signals that you're open and prepared to cultivate something new. It basically gets the soil of your mind ready for the good seeds you're about to plant.
So what kind of seeds can you plant? Well, I am statements are like direct commands to your mind. So instead of that old scratchy weed of I'm not good enough, you plant the powerful seed of I am worthy. Instead of I can't do this, you plant I am capable. You see how that works?
All right, but as any gardener knows, planting the seed is just the beginning. A beautiful garden needs consistent care and attention. This isn't a one-time fix, It's a gentle, ongoing practice of tending the soil of your mind.
And please remember to be patient with yourself. I mean, you wouldn't plant a seed in the evening and then get angry when there's not an oak tree there in the morning, right? Real, lasting change in your mental garden, it takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes kindness.
Sometimes before new things can grow, we have to clear the ground. Letting go of old fears, forgiving past hurts, both from other people and forgiving yourself, it's like removing heavy rocks from the soil. It makes the ground soft and fertile, and it creates the perfect environment for your new seeds to really take root.
So, all of this, it leads to one final, incredibly empowering realization. This isn't something that just happens to you. Nope, it's something you do. It's time to claim your rightful role in all of this.
This is it. This is the ultimate truth of this whole metaphor. You are not the garden. You are not the weeds. You are the gardener. You have the power and, frankly, the responsibility to choose what you cultivate in the sacred space of your own mind. Of course, every gardener needs tools. And in your mind garden, your main tools are self-control and discipline. Now, don't think of these as being restrictive. They're about conscious creation. They are what you use to gently pull out the weeds and consistently water the seeds you actually want to grow. So how do you sharpen these tools? Well, you practice choosing a positive thought over an automatic negative one. You use the power of the pause, just taking a breath before you react. You start with small, tiny daily habits, like a 1-minute meditation, to build that muscle of inner calm and control.
Ultimately, mastery of your inner world, it all begins with a single, simple choice. It begins right now. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Looking at the garden of your mind right now, what is one good seed that you will consciously choose to plant and water starting today?